Hi, you're watching Narda Talks, and today we will be dissecting the recent statements made by Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Ali Sabri. We will not let any country hurt India's interest. This is the first statement that Sri Lanka has made, and let's understand why. This statement directly signals towards the constant security concerns expressed by India over the docking of Chinese research vessels at Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. These vessels are capable of mapping the ocean bed, which is important for anti-submarine operations by the Chinese Navy. India has also expressed concerns that the port could become a naval base for China. The Hambantota port plays a critical role in the string of pearls theory maneuvered by China, where China is building civilian maritime infrastructure and military and commercial facilities along the Indian Ocean's periphery to expand its naval presence and be ready with various choke points for India. So, such a statement by Sri Lanka at this hour shows the appreciation of the relation between India and Sri Lanka and sends a very positive message towards us. The minister did not stop here. He added that India is on the path of economic glory and Sri Lanka would also like to be a part of it. Now, these statements have come to surface due to several strong reasons. Let's explore all of them. One of them is the recent boost of Indian travelers across Sri Lanka, which stems out of the India's boycott for Maldives. Now, this new influx of Indian travelers could have gone to Lakshadweep too, but Lakshadweep is yet to be ready with the required infrastructure. So thereof, this move is indirectly now helping Sri Lankan economy to climb back. Well, this might seem as a gratitude conveyed by Sri Lanka to India. But rather than a big thank you, this is a preparation to ask for big favors ahead. Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Ali Sabri expressed his country's interest in joining BRICS grouping. He highlighted that the group has gained significance as a good body since India became a member. Sabri emphasized that Sri Lanka would approach India first when it formally applies to join the BRICS grouping. Let's quickly now summarize about BRICS. BRICS is an intergovernmental organization since its inception in 2006. The BRICS has experienced two phases of expansion. In 2011, South Africa joined the original group, which included Brazil, Russia, India and China, thus making it BRICS. Argentina was one of the 6 new members invited to join the association in 2023. But it declined at the end of December. On January 1st, 2024, 5 new members joined the association and began full-time work in BRICS. Egypt, Iran, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia and Ethiopia. They are also called the BRIC Plus. This expansion highlights the increasing influence of BRICS and its pivotal role in the global affairs. The only regional body that featured all the members of South Asia till date is SAARC, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Well, this organization has become a de facto defunct organization due to sharp differences between India and Pakistan. Hence, at the individual level, South Asian countries, including India, have looked beyond region to participate in global forums. India itself has been part of multiple such initiatives. Some of them are BIMSTEC, ASEAN, SCO, and G20, to name a few. But there are new concerns that what would these new members bring on the table in BRICS in terms of economic benefits. For instance, both Sri Lanka and Pakistan, who are eyeing at BRICS membership, were in financial distress and were negotiating with IMF for a bailout package already. Let's now look at the situation from India's perspective. Sri Lanka holds a pivotal role in India's neighborhood first policy and Vision Sagar, security and growth for all in the region. In a recent report by IMF, it was shared that Sri Lanka has started to emerge from the economic crisis and the economic reform program has started to work. The support for Sri Lanka would reaffirm the enduring friendship between India and Sri Lanka, while delving into opportunities for bolstering connectivity, increasing security, and fostering mutually beneficial cooperations across various sectors. Foreign media too has a very interesting take on this issue in respect to a flurry of business deals offered by India to Sri Lanka. For example, Adani Group, to help this struggling nation, some believe and project India that it wants to make Sri Lanka its virtual province due to its rivalry with China. Strange. It would be quite riveting to see what unfolds for Sri Lanka in the coming BRICS summit to be held in Russia this year.